Hello, this is Sunil Ladikar. This is my project on AWS SDK for iOS as part of the Cloud Computing Program. Here is the agenda. In this agenda, I will talk about what is the AWS SDK for iOS, then go over on architecture of mobile SDKs for AWS. Then I'll be presenting a working project demo. We'll go over various advantages of using AWS SDK for iOS and Amazon services for mobile apps. Then talk about the limitations based on my findings during working on this project. And finally, talk about the conclusion. What is the AWS SDK for iOS? It is an open source SDK and distributed under an Apache open source license. It helps remove complexity by providing iOS APIs for various types of Amazon Web Services, such as Amazon S3 Object Storage, Cognito, SNS, DynamoDB, Mobile Analytics, Kinesis, Lambda, and Amazon Web Services in a mobile app. SDK helps make AWS available to Apple devices. It provides the single downloadable package, includes the AWS iOS library, code samples, and documentation. You can download AWS SDK for iOS from Amazon Web Services and it's free. Also, iOS source files can be created using the AWS Mobile Hub or download from GitHub. Here is the architecture of mobile SDKs, TVM, and AWS Cognito for user identification and data sync service. In this first diagram, it describes how the token vending machine works, and in second diagram, it describes how Cognito works. So for this project, I have used the Cognito. Recently, TVM is replaced by the AWS Cognito, and I have used AWS Cognito in this project. What is the AWS Cognito? The Cognito is a user identifier and data synchronization service. Also, it provides the AWS SDK for iOS, AWS credentials, authenticate users, store user data, and sync profile data using iOS. Here is the demo for AWS SDK for iOS mobile app and AWS S3 object storage, and also covers the following items. First, it is required to create an AWS account, or you can sign in to AWS console using your existing login credentials. I have downloaded and installed the Xcode version 7.2 on my Mac. It's free on Apple site. Then I have created and loaded a project workspace, specified bundle identifier, and start writing project code in Xcode. Also download and install the AWS Mobile SDK for iOS, which is available in Amazon Web Services. Then I have extracted this AWS iOS SDK bundle in the same directory where project file is located. I have built and download iOS source package libraries using AWS Mobile Hub, or even we can use sample from GitHub. Then I have extracted the zip file into my project folder. Now it's time to download and install the Cocoa Parts. Cocoa Parts is using for third-party libraries and resolve any dependencies that come along during the development. And I am using the CLI sudo gem install Cocoa Parts. It installed and then running the CLI part setup. After it's done, then created the pod file in the same directory as Xcode project and add the pod AWS S3 line in this pod file. It will install AWS Core, AWS S3, and image picker controller and image view controller files, which shown here in the green color. Now let's go to the Amazon console and create the S3 bucket. So here is I am creating the S3 bucket, assign the permission to S3 bucket, and then created an IAM role for Cognito. So now we can go to the AWS console and open Amazon Cognito to create identity pool and rules. Here's the URL in the bottom for Cognito. You will see here that Cognito has created the identity pool ID and provided the source code described in the right window. These constants such as S3 bucket, reason type, Cognito identity pool ID will be adding to my project file name constants.m. This project is written in Objective-C along with all the project files. Codes and all those AWS constants have been added to the constants.m file in project. I have created workspace. Here is I am having workspace to build and run my project in Xcode. Project workspace name is S3 Transfer Manager Sample.xc workspace and project name is gozpic.xcode proj. On the left window I have project files and codes ready, and right window shows my constants.m file contains credential information. Now I'm going to show the various AWS services used in this project and then running this live project code to demonstrate that the AWS SDK for iOS mobile app is working and able to transfer files between mobile devices and AWS S3 object storage. And I will demonstrate the network reachability project to check the status of network on the phone. And in this window on the left side I have the network availability. Here I'm checking and everything looks okay. On the right hand side I have the app that is open to upload and uh, download the files. Here is my iPhone network check. I opened in the Xcode this project and I'm going to build and run this program. There are reachability libraries here. Those goes to the network and then ping to it. So I'm pinging to the harvard.edu. I'm pinging to the route and pinging to my home router for the Wi-Fi. So I'm going here and running this program to check whether my phone is on the network before I run the S3 program or upload any files. So here you go. My iPhone 4S app is opened up and is able to ping to the harvard.edu, able to ping to the route and then my local Wi-Fi. So now I am ready to run my main project for upload and download the files between the S3 and then the mobile app. So here is my GoZpic project for my S3 transfer manager and I am going to run it. So there are two files, the uploading the files to the S3, downloading the files. I have the launch screen storyboard and that's my app here, and then I have the parts here. Those are I loaded the libraries and has the framework parts, and these are the parts that I uploaded and downloaded and install it using the pod install, and these are all the supported files here and libraries. Here is my constant m file which has my credential here, so I'll be able to connect to the Amazon Web Services and S3 bucket and pull out the files and download and upload also. So I'm going to run this program. Okay, build succeeded, and it has opened up the iPhone app. So this has a two option. One is upload and download. So I'm going to open the browser now. Currently I don't have any files here. So these are the options in the app. Select pictures for uploading to AWS S3 and cancel and click to cancel. Then I have a download one, so I can download. There is a one file sitting there. He has started reading the files from the AWS that was downloaded previously, or I can download or refresh or download or cancel all files. Let me open the browser right now. I log into the Amazon console. Here is my Amazon Cognito, and I have a sample code here, and here is my credential, and then go back to the dashboard, and here is the activity as of today for how many identifiers found here. Now I'm going back to the IAM here. So these are my profiles that I created for authentication and roles, and here is my S3 bucket. So I'm going back to the bucket. Here is my bucket that was created, Ladekar bucket log files I created. Make sure that I have the permission properly set so my app will be able to access it, and I have the website hosting also configured so I'll be able to access from the browser. So I'm going to go here. Now I'm going to upload the file from my mobile app. Let me run it again. That's my mobile app. I'm going to upload the file. I'm going to select the file and let me upload um, the one of the file, for example, this file. I'm uploading this file. File have been uploaded. Now I'm going back to my bucket. I have to refresh in order to see that file here. I was having only one file before. I got this file now. So in order to see it in the browser, I will have to set the permission for this file. So let me set the permission to view in the browser. And I am going to set this one to the JPEG, the metadata content type. Let me remove this, save. And now I will be able to view that file and we'll see whether it's a file is the same. And that file seems to be the same. Here's my simulator. And this is the file is matching with that file as a flower. I'm going to download the file. This file currently it's not downloaded. That's the previous file there with the fruit, and I'm going to download this file. So file have been downloaded here. I can see it is matching up with this one. Going back here, and that's the file I have. If I double click, I can open that same file here. So my app is working. I'm able to upload and download the files. From the S3, if I uploaded the file from here, I'll be able to download that file on my mobile app. So if I'm adding the file here, start upload. This is the file I have just now uploaded, and I'm going to download that file. So I said download all. The file is big. Let me refresh. There. So this file is showing in my app right now. This is the file I have downloaded, uploaded there, and downloaded from the mobile app. And I can view this file here too. There. And this is my app. So uploaded files, downloaded files, both operations are functional. So my program is working for both the projects. One was the network status. Second one was the S3 files transfer manager. My app is GoZPic using AWS SDK for iOS. And in the bottom I have the project name here, project workspace, and project file. So, what are the advantages of AWS SDK for iOS? AWS SDK for iOS build a high quality iOS apps quickly and easily. It provides access to Amazon Web Services including S3, Lambda, DynamoDB, mobile analytics, machine learning, ELB, autoscaling, and more. It includes libraries, code samples, and documentation for iOS, Android, FireOS, and Unity. It provides access to AWS S3 with web service to store and retrieve any amount of data or images from anywhere on the web via mobile app. S3 provides object storage for cloud app, content distribution, backup and archiving, disaster recovery, and big data analytics. Limitations. Limitations of the AWS framework for core data. It does not support the version of iOS prior to 5.0. Larger files upload is sometimes problematic and slow. Scalar values for entity properties are not supported, and saving operations are not guaranteed to be transactional. Amazon Cognito sample code is not complete. It does not provide what are the S3 bucket and their names. Conclusion. This project code demonstrates a great experience when uploading and downloading objects between AWS S3 and iOS devices. Mobile network reachability project demonstrates the network status reporting. Downloading larger objects simultaneously from S3 bucket to mobile is slow. Recommend to download individual ones for better success and it's faster. The Xcode 7.2 was crashing during image addition from launch screen storyboard and changing of text body color in view controller scene. Finally, this project provides the guide and instructions to develop the mobile app using AWS SDK for iOS devices. Here are my project report files, application code, and YouTube. Thank you and have a great day.